If we need to make that yummiest jam, we probably should focus on the healthy growth of the fruits too. Now this matters being set under a strict guide, but yeah, giving those pots the healthier and fluffy mud with the precise amount of materials. Now these robots start at the bottom by planting strawberry plants in containers or pouches, waterize essentials, so they water each pot carefully to keep the strawberries happy and hydrated. When the strawberries grow big and red, it's time to pick them for this purpose. This gigantic robot activates its clutches to delicately pick the ripened strawberry only. Since they're on different levels, it's easy to reach and pluck the delicious berries. This entire automation is so beautiful and satisfying. How this robot's peculiar up the strawberry from this cut it without harming it. In botanical terms, berries have their seeds inside the flesh, but strawberry seeds are on the outside. Though they didn't consider it in a berry list, those fresh strawberries have arrived at their final destination. And here they will get even royal treatment, just a little stop for weight. Back on, so they make sure the demanded number of strawberries has arrived. They take them to the sorting units, and you better know what's going to be here with them. Of course, keeping you in mind, they're going to take that slack of strawberries for manual check and make sure that only good quality strawberries are going further. Once they're sure of that, they let them pass in until they reach safe hands. Yep, these people are going to place each strawberry in that mold for the game-changing results. These robots automatically detect the green hull of a strawberry and beautifully just remove it without harming any other inch of the fruit. This is my wind blowing. Everything is under mechanical control. You can see how sharp eyes they have come on. They're doing this for you. Strawberries grow close to the ground, making them more susceptible to dirts and an inventing insect. The first wash, often a combination of water and little vibrations, removes these surface impurities. That's very important. But you know, fruits and veggies like these need another bath tooth. That's why they're giving them these can wash, often involving special Z sprays or misting with solutions like chlorine dioxide, which takes care of the tougher particles like pesticide residues and bacteria. This double-troubled approach ensures the strawberries are as clean and safe as possible. They care about you, we care about you. See how honored we're to have you, just like these red juicy strawberries. These fresh strawberries are now put into these containers. Yep, that's how you get the true and fresh flavor of frozen strawberries, because they are the same as what to say straight from farms to your plate. They are packed and firmly sealed to lock the pulpy fruit inside the food-grade containers. Just check out that a large number of the cans. Secondly, they uses some of the frozen strawberries to make that glittery, yummy strawberry jam. These frozen berries are put into the carriers to take them to the next stop, which is to load them into a container to add further ingredients. As the strawberries are loaded, now it's turn to add further ingredients like sugar. They make sure the jam looks good, tastes good, and has the perfect texture. Once the handsome amount of sugar is poured, they need to control those figures and machines' capabilities by playing with some important buttons. The hot water tube is ready for these beautiful entities to enter and get bathed in the sweet syrup. What are they peeking at? Okay. The real drama has just begun. Once all the pulp comes to mix in that syrup. Hey, put hat material through CS. This is important to give you that pulpless, smooth, jiggly jelly jam. Mixing and more mixing. Everything is heated up in big pots or machines to make the strawberries blend and taste awesome. A special thing called pectin is added to make the jam just the right thickness. It's time to cook the material until it reaches its perfect texture, and that desired texture can be seen here. I think it's done. Yafi's going to test the jam base if it's ready or needs to be cooked more. And yeah, it's good to go. Now the final process begins to churn the mixture to add a little more smoothness and to cool it side by side a little. Now it's like letting the flavors and texture settle and become best friends before they get packed into jars. And just wait there, we got the whole warm jam base is ready. More close up. Here it is with that creamy smooth flow of my favorite jam. It's driving me crazy. Okay, time to pour that base and lock it in the jars for that these empty and starving bottles arrive that are first neatly organized properly. The jam is carefully poured into jars all by itself. This process is usually automated in factories with machines, making sure each jar gets the right amount of fruity goodness. Here we reach their sealing stage, where lots of lids are first picked in a proper style, which is beautifully conveyed to the roller coaster sort of belt, and finally to the sealing section where machines seal the jars with lids. Okay, all those bottles are washed after being tightly sealed so that whatever sweetness remains on the outer side of the jars will be bathed away. We're now in the sticker sections, where the robots will conveniently wrap stickers around these bottles. So you will easily identify it's factory sealed, and of course that chart before eating anything. It's a good habit, though, if you do. Well, I don't ask. There's another technique. To add the labels one by one, all the bottles are labeled from whatever company they belong to, and then piled up in the containers for the final bulk packaging. Buy jam bottles, don't forget my address, and reach me soon. These mini jam bottles are filled up. It's the same freshness of fruit pun flavor to enrich your taste buds. Are those little nasty jam packets? You know, the ones at restaurants stuck to the bread basket, bursting with fruity sunshine in one tiny bite. They're more than just sugar bombs. Might be tinny, but they're full of flavors to serve as starters for every meal. Also, these bite-sized marbles stop food waste and make sure every spoonful is just right. Jam's ready to talk about its best buddy, bread. If you want to know how satisfying and hygienic the bread making process is, or still didn't notice, Coca-Cola's entire factory making videos were right here.